Cortez, GPS, and myself, we do have our, and I'm glad I can't show everybody, we have our cards. We have our vaccination cards and everything, just to make sure that if people need to know what's going on, are you vaccinated? We'll show them. Yeah, sure. Okay. But now there are people going around that are actually selling fake vaccine cards. If you want to go from bad to worse, this is the way to do it. So,
goddamn right.
So from our peoples at WWLTV, and that's down in Louisiana. In New Orleans, with a record-breaking fourth surge of COVID-19 cases and hospitalizations in Louisiana, a renewed focus has been put on getting people vaccinated. In the latest move to combat the surge that has put stress on Louisiana hospitals, people who want to go into bars, restaurants, and other venues in New Orleans will soon have to show proof of COVID-19 vaccination or a recent negative test. Now, the mayor says that the new requirement begins Monday, but there will be a 1-week grace period before city begins their enforcement. The vaccine requirement creates the possible temptation for those who aren't adamantly opposed to getting the vaccine of using a fake card. Although Louisiana residents can use the Louisiana Wallet app to verify their status, there are no national databases that track vaccinations. So if you are not using the app, it basically boils down to you providing your card or a picture of it if you need to prove that you've gotten the shot. So the card itself, we all know what it looks like. It's no frills. Someone with the right card stock and a good hand at Photoshop could recreate the COVID-19 vaccination card pretty easily. And in fact, there have been reports already that people are just doing that from anywhere between $25 to $200 a pop. So if you buy one and try to use it, what kind of trouble could you get in? A lot, as it turns out. According to one of the attorneys, using the fake vaccine card can constitute a federal crime and can land you in prison for as many as 5 years. That's right. So if you try to fake the funk, you go into jail. So the lawyer said, quote, "You may be thinking, look, I'm going to make the card. I'm just trying to buy it off the internet. I'm trying to use it so my kid can go to school. I can go back to work. I can get into a restaurant or some other public place. Doesn't matter. Because the law punishes the person who makes the card, who sells the card, but also anyone who takes that card, knowing it's false, knowing it's a fake, and uses it for almost any other purpose." So the federal statute, which is Statute 18 of the U.S. Code 1017, criminalizes using the official U.S. government logos on any certificate, instrument, commission, document, or paper with wrongful or fraudulent intent. So it can be a federal crime to possess or use any fake vaccination card that contains a symbol of the U.S. governmental agency. Now, I'm going to say this. There are people, and I am not divulging any names because I don't do that, but I have heard and seen in IG world people that are doing this, that are telling people, go and cop your card. Come over here. We got cards for you with actual numbers. GPS. This has gone to the next level. I didn't think it would get that far, but I was wrong.
One thing child support has taught me over 18 years is you've got to be able to prove every fucking word you say about whatever you've done that may be about to hurt you.
Yep.
If you get one of these fake cards, you better be able to prove you signed up for an appointment, you got the appointment, your name was down somewhere on a sign-in sheet, they gave it to you, this, that, and the third, you took a picture of the card, whatever it is. I have mine around here. I'm not going to tell you where it's at, but somewhere nearby.
There you go.
Could be somewhere across the street, around the corner. I don't know.
That's fine.
However, if you just happen to pick up one of these cards and try to copy it and cross out my name and put yours on it, you better be able to prove all the documentation behind it.
Okay, all right.
If they're going to want to know something, you better have one reserved email somewhere where, okay, we're emailing you about your first shot, you got it, okay, or come get it, you got it. Your second shot, come get it, you got it. They're going to put the onus on you to prove that you went and did something to obtain this card.
Okay.
Or guess what? Now that they got a booster coming, Ooh, what's going to be in the booster to prove that you got the first two? Oh my!
That's right.
Look,
That's a two-sided card on top of that. Keep in mind, folks, that CDC card is a two-sided card.
But you know what, Cortez, and I'm coming right to you with this. Okay, you got to prove all that stuff. But let's say if like some of these people that I know that I don't know personally, but I have heard through in IG world, in the tri-state area, and in some other parts of the country, they are getting actual legitimate numbers of the like the COVID number. Like if you look at your card, you're going to have a date, you're going to have a healthcare professional, but you're also going to have a lot number, a manufacturer number of the actual vaccine, whether it's Moderna or anybody else. But what they have done, from what I have heard, is they have gotten access to those numbers. So
I mean, it's fine. You can get access to those numbers, but trust me, they know how many of those lots that they made.
They don't have a database, man.
Correct.
If they got it because of the database. I know that if I go inside a restaurant, man, you think they're gonna call me out and be like, "This is not the actual CDC card.
Exactly.
We're gonna hold you here and call the cops and come get your ass."
Yeah,
I don't think they want to go through all that. It's too much trouble,
that's
man.
the thing. And I've already, I have talked with people that work in the restaurant industry in various parts of the state, in various parts of other states nearby, and they've said that they're not going to be policing people. They're gonna, if let's say, like in Philly, let's use Philly as an example. If you're gonna go to eat at a restaurant, you don't have a mask, they'll provide you a mask.
Yeah.
Okay, they'll provide you a mask, no problem, but they're not going to police you as far as, okay, well, should you be, are you vaccinated or you're not? Let me see your card. They're not going to do that. So they'll assist with a mask, but that's as far as they go. Cortez has proven a good point, GPS, that yes, the number's lauded for people, but when you're at a restaurant, how are they going to check that? You can't, because there's no national database. And remember, a long time ago, we said a long time ago, they should have a database set up so they know a record of what how many people have taken their injections, not for invasion of privacy, but maybe to avoid something that we're seeing right now with fake cards and actual numbers.
They should have. The problem I have with all this also is the fact that if you do get locked up and incarcerated for doing this, and you're in general population, you're surrounded by the murderers, all the worst scum of the earth is up in your cell. What do you tell them? Because they're gonna ask you like, "Yeah, how did you get up in here, man?" What are you going to say?
What are you in here for? No, I made fake COVID cards. Drop that soap now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is it really worth all
Time
that,
for an
man?
injection, buddy.
It puts me in the mind of the color. Remember the Color Purple, man? When our fan of the show, Danny Glover. We met up with him and everything.
Legendary Mr. Danny Glover.
Yes!
Shout out to Mr. Glover. God bless him.
Remember, it was a scene in this show where he's about to swing on Whoopi Goldberg, and she held up her two fingers, and she was like, "Ain't no good gonna come from what you doing. Anything you touch is gonna come apart." Remember, she said that. This is for the cast that use these fake IDs. Ain't no good gonna come out of this at all, guys. I mean,
karma's a bitch. I'm sorry. It's gonna come out. You might get that money. You might get that $200 a pop for each card, and you might get 50, 100 cards. Okay, yeah, everybody's doing their hustle, but damn, do you want this hustle to have an eventual outcome of one of your own or even yourself dying?